Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now we're going to get our popcorn and then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car and I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go
baby,
again?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. Come on in. I know, let me see who called. Yeah, she called early this morning. I just now seeing I missed a call. But I know you guys want to know what's happening in the Young Thug case. They are in court today. You know, let's just talk because I'm not going to come on at 3 o'clock this evening. I actually got an appointment and I'm going to make it to that appointment. And when I get home, I don't know if it's going to turn out good or bad or whatever. You guys pray for me. It's an appointment I set up, so we'll see what happens. Hey, Woke to God. Hey, Sonia, I got your message that, you're listening. So I appreciate you for even, coming in. Because we normally don't come on this early. But I want to share with everybody what's going on. If you didn't know that the courts will not be back open. They're supposed to be not back open until Thursday. But they're in court today. And what has happened was there's this young lady named Bailey. She works for the court. She works for the police department in the jail on Wright Street. And anywho's, I guess she's been taking bribes. Her name is Kay Bailey. I think her name is Carmen, spelled with a K. Bailey. And it just seems like there's this one guy. He sits way back there in the corner, right up front. His name is Marquavius Hugh. The light-skinned brother. The really short haircut. He doesn't say nothing. He doesn't do anything. They don't really even mention his name a lot. But evidently, you guys, Marquavius Hughes' mother has been paying this Carmen Bailey, Rice Street County Jail deputy money to, for bringing in contraband. She brings in drugs. She brings in phones. She brings in a lot of stuff. But did you get my last text? Leanna Simpson was supposed to be in court today, but I don't know what happened. Okay. So, no, I didn't get your message, but I see it right now. So, Marquavius Hughes is also called Quay. He's one of the defendants. He's facing 19 counts, including charges of racketeering and armed robbery, aggressive or aggravated assault, guns, cars, hijacking, street gang participants, But, I mean, the weirdest thing about this whole situation, you guys, I'm going to, let me see if I can find it. News. Let's see here. So I can read it to you because I didn't know this stuff was going on. I was like, what the heck? Her name is Carmen Bailey. She's accused of accepting bribes from Marquavius Hughes' mother to overlook contraband. Yeah. It says the latest twist in the trial of the superstar rapper Young Thug has come in the form of a former Fulton County deputy who is accused of taking bribes in exchange for delivering contraband, including drugs, to inmates. One of those inmates is allegedly to be Marquavius Hughes. He's one of the co-defendants in the Young Thug trial. Carmen Bailey, she's 31. She's the former Fulton County Sheriff's Deputy and Detention Officer. She has been charged with 4 counts of violation of the oath, 2 counts of bribery, and 2 counts of obtaining, procuring, giving inmates prohibited items without authorization. They got it all wrote up. So Miss Bailey indirectly received money from inmates Marquavius by accepting $500 from Miss Melissa Hughes from Apple Pay May the 6th. Bailey arrest report said they arrested her, that Marissa Hughes is Marquavius Hughes' mother. So, okay, I know that you're trying to get something to your son or whatever, but I'm going to tell you something. Mom, you just didn't help your child at all. Knowing that he's in this high profile case, why would you, do that? Sounds to me she's been a very bad girl. Yeah. I mean, you just really added on a lot of time to your son's time. I mean, if he was going to get out, he's looking at this stuff now, But anyway, this would cause a reasonable person to believe influence her job performance because Miss Bailey failed to perform the official action in seizing contraband appearing to be, substance of appearing to be white pills from inmate Huey. So I guess they found these white pills. It probably was Percocets, you guys. But anyway, Young Thug, his real name is Jeffrey, was arrested in May of 2022, along with 27 other defendants, suspected gang members in Buckhead, as part of a 56-count indictment. The trial itself began on November 27th. Defense attorney have repeatedly raised concerns about the trial's length in Fulton County. Prosecutors still have more than 100. YSL is a criminal street gang responsible for numerous offenses. Defense attorney say YSL is not a gang, but simply the name of a record label. William is also charged with possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute, possession of codeine with intent to distribute, possession of cocaine, possession of a firearm, and possession of a machine gun. The trial jurors selected lasted longer than any other in Georgia history. and actually witness testimony itself will likely surpass the state records. Both records were set by the Atlanta Public Schools teacher scandal and trial of 2014 and 15. So, with this has been repeated plague for the arrest, disruption began on November 27th when an opening statement from the Fulton County Assistant Chief District Attorney Adrian Love, defense attorney, have repeatedly raised concern that the trial could go years based on the number of witnesses the state plans to call up. That, even if it went as long as she think it is, it's not going to go years. Well, I guess when she say years, well, they started in, I guess, 2000. They arrest everybody in 2022. They start trial, I think it was like late January. And we're now, late January of 2023. And we're now in October 2024. So it's been about a year now. They've been on trial for about a year. And I really ain't seen that. So it says the witness list to be about 200 total witnesses. Initially, it was around about 700. About 40 witnesses have since been called. And estimate the prosecutors still have more than 100 they want to call. That's on top of how many witnesses the defense still plans to call. So, that's just going to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of what's going on there. So I want to share with you guys something. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I just don't even know what's going on. I really don't. Anywho's, wow. So this Marquavius Hughes, he's looking at every count that everybody else is looking at. It's about 19 counts, you guys. If you go to the courtroom or you looking at it or whatever, you don't have to go physically, but you can look at it on, let's say Fox News, Law and Crime, Atlanta News, all of those. I'm gonna be honest with you. You see this young fellow and he sits up front. You're looking at everybody else. They got dreads, they got this mohawk, they, dark complexion. He is the only one of light complexion, short hair, and he just sits there. Sometimes he comes in, I wouldn't say he's always, top tier dresser or whatever, he's just not into the fashion. But I mean, he holds himself together okay. He got nice, decent clothes. He comes in, he sit down. He doesn't cause no problems. He doesn't say anything. He got his attorney right next to him. He's there every day. He's not falling asleep. Sometimes he's yawning or whatever. But he's not causing no problems with something. You would think, I do not even have to pay attention to this cat. Because he's not doing anything. I think he done got a hold with the wrong crowd. And I'm not saying dark skin and complexion people are wrong crowd. I'm just saying he's the only one of light complexion that is on this, that has been charged with these demonstrous charges. And I say that because even though that these young men are in the jail at Rice Street, I have not seen nothing to really hold them. I mean, literally hold them. I'm not saying there's a lot of stuff that's around them, like shootings, guns, drugs, little stuff that the kids get into when they're young. You know what I'm saying? But let's be honest. I really have not seen Young Thug be a part of this. He's over this gang. That's just throwing somebody underneath the bus. I'm just saying. You can be honest. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that, Young Thug, he has a certain look to himself. Some days he can be very handsome and some days he's just not, And most of the time he's not to me. especially when he was very thin. And he must have been really out there because, I mean, he looked like he only weighed like 50, 60 pounds soaking wet. I mean, he was just bones. And so was Rich Homie Quan. I mean, I just looked at him and was like, oh my God, they just look like skeletons, like death on a popsicle stick or something. But I've never looked at them like as a very handsome man. No, I didn't ever see that. I seen young men coming out of a bad situation, and at least one of them made it and tried to bring the other ones into a better situation. And over the weekend, I ran into an interview that Mooktook, the one that told Mrs. Andrea in Love, he not a kid, don't be yelling and hollering at him. I like that he put that out there, like even though that you did childish things, or you were running around with all these younger men and you were the oldest and they were trying to, but only thing I seen was that Young Thug was trying to help these other cats to get out of that street stuff and get smart and make their money and climb on up the thing, and have good jobs and leave that street stuff alone. Some of them didn't know about it and some of them did. But it was weird to me that just this last weekend, Mooktook he's got his own clothing line now. Imagine that. And the funny thing about he's got his own clothing line, I look at Mooktook and I'm like, he doesn't wear anything I would like to wear or like to see somebody wear. He's an old head that doesn't have any fashion, but now you're ready to start making your own money. This is what Young Thug was probably trying to get you guys to do. Looky Woody. Woody going around doing interviews. He's very funny. Woody's not the smartest, apple on the tree. But now he's trying to change his life. What? You have to see somebody that actually literally tried to help you personally, directly. Come over here, do this, do that, do this, do that. See, you can have these things that I have. I know they're mine. I'm willing to share them with you. I'm not going to give them to you because you're reckless. You're dangerous with it. And I'm looking at this stuff, and anytime you guys listen, put a 1 in the chat if you're listening to what I'm saying. Every situation that you see, you hear about, you can adapt that into your life if you just weigh out what's going on. If you weigh out what's going on, you can figure out. It applies to all of us. And right now, we're all going through something that you have to sit back and go, okay, should I keep my mouth shut? Because what we're now listening to in the Young Thug trial, Marquavius, he's on the phone, chatting it up. Chat. Just shut up. You be like, dang. It's like, if you wasn't in trouble, now you are. Because they got you on the phone saying something. They could have even put that woman there to get y'all to buy phones, and they could have put her there. You know what I'm saying? And then be like, oh yeah, she caught a charge, blah blah blah. We're gonna set it up like she caught a charge. But she could have been a setup. She could have been a decoy. Just so that they can get you a phone, get you some drugs, get you some charges, listen to what you say. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a situation like that right now too. It ain't that serious. Like, ain't nobody in jail, prison, and all this other stuff. But I gotta look at my surroundings. To be honest, we don't know people like we think we know them. And then you don't even get mad. Be looking at her or looking at such and such because they told such and such what you said. Quit saying it. I had a girlfriend after girlfriend after girlfriend just this last week. You know what they all told me without knowing my situation or whatever? They just said, mind your own business, shut up. Mind your business, shut up. And I didn't even tell them what was going on. They think they know, but they don't know. I didn't have time to tell them. When you have people that has lived long enough, they already know. You're probably going through some things. Just shut up. Quit talking to people. It is okay to be nice, but quit talking to people. I had a young lady that I was talking to. She called me yesterday, and I missed the phone call, so I called her back, and I said, hey, I call her Judy with the booty. So y'all won't never know her name, but I call her Judy with the booty. And I said, hey, Judy, what's going on? And she's like, this happened, that happened, do. She got to telling me about the old job I worked at. And I had heard that my cousin had got, she walked away from the job. She quit. But this young lady tells me, first she said, oh, I called this girl named Caroline. And I'm thinking to myself, I know a girl named Caroline. I used to work with her at the other place. But I didn't say nothing. I kind of just was like, I wonder if she's talking about the Caroline I know. And then she turns around. She wanted me to know who she was talking about, because I didn't say nothing else. And she says, Carolina used to, she works up there off of Woo Woo Street. That's the street that I used to work on. So now I know we're talking about the same Caroline. So I said, oh yeah. I said, yeah, I used to work with her. A very quiet lady. She doesn't really talk to people and everything. She turns around and tells me, yeah, Caroline said that your cousin got fired. I said, huh? I didn't. She said, yeah, they all got fired. The whole family over there got fired. And I'm sitting there going, wow, I heard that she quit. And I didn't know how many. I know there's like 6, 7 family members work there. It's her husband, then her brother, and then she got 3 kids or something like that. And then it was her. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, I ran away. I'm like the dish. I ran away with a spoon. I said to myself, the devil is a lie. You ain't gonna talk to me crazy. You know what I'm saying? I told her, I said, girl, I know you lying. I told her. She called me. She said, you need to. That was my cousin that called me, but she had the boss on the phone, which I didn't know. But you guys heard. You heard what it was. You know what I'm saying? She told me, I need you to change this and change that. And I told her, I will not. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, they would have just got fired because they got nothing to lose. I followed these people around, whether family or not. I would have lost my license. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. The only thing that job could have done to all of them was to fire them. They was not losing nothing but a 6-7 week certificate. You guys see what I'm saying? Regardless what their title was, they really had nothing to lose. I had a lot to lose. And don't get mad at me because I do have a lot to lose. You got to understand something. Check this out. It may not be a lot to other people, but this is what pays my bills. This is how I pay my house payment. This is when I go to the store and get me food. This is how I pay my water bill, my electric bill. So I got a lot to lose. I can't listen to a nut. I was going to use the word idiot, but, I'm trying to quit using that word idiot. So, even though that I felt like, okay, I don't want to get into it with her. I sooner or later going to have to leave this place, And I did. It's no big deal, It was a big deal when it happened because I wasn't really ready to go. I didn't have anything lined up. I had just started looking. But thank God I had already started looking, so I already had my fingers out there. And it was just, and I think I left I left a little bit. And then the sad thing about the whole situation, you guys, was that I had a little bit of money saved up. Okay? And it took me a little while to get into a job school was starting back up again. And, I just knew I was going to be in that next program. Well, then they come to find out the program wasn't going to start in January. The program was going to start in August. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to wait a whole, 8 months. That's why I took this job. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm just being honest with you guys. I talk to some of you on a one-on-one basis or whatever, but in all reality, I am working on trying to stay to myself. I really am, and it's lonely, but you could do it, and I think that you guys should do the same thing. But one thing that this is going to show in the courts is that Young Thug, Jeffrey Williams, is not the leader of these boys. He's not a leader. He's not the chief, he's not the captain. He's not the leader. All right. Let's see this person say they didn't know I was on live. Hold on. Hey. What's up?
I'm kind of checking on you.
Girl, I'm live.
Please forgive me. Okay, I'm gonna get in the chat.
All right.
All right, that's bye.
Bye. Now that's my girlfriend there. She's all good. It's just I can call her all weekend, and now here it is Wednesday in the afternoon at 12:30, and out of the blue, she calls. Yeah. But she did call this morning anyway. I'm never mad at her because anybody that cares about me, I care about them. I don't care. She can call every time when we come live. She can call. She sure can. And you can too. Sonya Watts can call anytime she wants. I don't care if I'm in the middle of whatever. You want to call? Call. I don't care. That lets me know that you least care. But anyway, we were talking about exactly, Sonya. She says, I've always stayed to myself. It works for me because I do like people. But most try to distract my personal time, especially when I was working. Yeah, I remember when I worked at Boeing, and I literally had to stay to myself for like 5 years straight. And it was hard. It was hard because I like people. I love people, and I love to the intellect. I love to talk. I like them to talk to me, and I like for me to talk to them. But it's done got to a point in this world, you guys. It's hard to trust anybody. It is hard. It is hard. And just trust and believe. It is true what our mother has told us. A person that will bring a bone will carry a bone. So the young lady that I had been talking to at my job, I'm going to tell you why I don't mind and I don't have a problem talking to you guys. First of all, you guys don't even live nowhere near where I live at. And 99% of you guys couldn't touch me if you wanted to because you don't know enough information. You know what you think you know. You know what I allow to put out. But you don't know. You don't know me. You don't really know me. I don't think one person in this whole chat room, and I say one person, only one person probably knows somewhat of where I work at. They may even just know the little town. But that's about it. And if they think hard enough, they can probably get it. I really don't care. I'm not scared of that person. But you do have to be careful. And I watch these dating games where these girls, they line up with a balloon, and I wanted to do reactions on that, and I might still do it. But cuz I like the interaction of people. She just texted me. Big Booty Judy just texted me. And she just texted me this. You guys, I'm going to tell you what she just texted me. She just texted me. She says, I hope your husband didn't think I was on the phone gossiping with you. Why is she worried about what my husband think? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to respond. Because she asked me while I was on the phone. My husband said something. She said something. My husband said something. And then she said, is your husband white? Because her husband's white. She's black. She's a black girl. But she got a big butt. She's a black girl. And I said, no, my husband's not white. She said, oh, I thought your husband was white. I said, girl, please. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll tell everybody, I came from a very prejudiced family. My mother was prejudiced, and I knew this. I dated one white guy, and she told me don't ever do it again. And there wasn't nothing wrong with him. I really liked him. Only thing I didn't like about this young man was that he always compared himself to a black man and wanted me to choose which was better. But he always elaborated that he was white and they were black. He had a job. They don't have a job. They go to jail. He don't go to jail. They this, they that. Or even if it came to sex or something, like it was not good. Wasn't this good? Didn't I do you right? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And I got sick and tired of it. Because at the end of the day, I got all these black brothers. And I think they're beautiful. I think my brothers are beautiful. They're very good men. They take care of their home. They take care of their wives. They take care of their women. They take care of their children. And they work very hard. They're not in jail. They're not robbing nobody. They're not selling drugs. They all got a mind that they want their own business. They work very hard. They work a job. They'll run their own business. And they'll work on the side. And they'll hand it to their woman and say, take care of business. Take care of the home. Take care of our kids. And you know what? They really want that woman to do right. Even if they got a sorry woman. We'd be like, oh, why did you get her? She's not gonna know what to do. But they trust and believe. They think that woman, hey, she loves me or whatever, or she's gonna do the right thing. They'll find out later on, they picked the wrong one, or they picked the wrong one on this or that, Anyway, let me see what you're saying in the chat. Hello, Margie, how you doing? Hey, Crystal Powers, what's going on? And then we got Tina Powers in the building. It's not none of her business if your husband black, white, or Jewish. Why is she worrying about your husband for? I don't know why she worried about it. I just don't. I'm not even going to respond to her because I've already told her that, he's not white. And who cares what he thinks about you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get you to meet my husband. Come over to my house. No. Hang out with me. I don't hang out. No. So, anywho, this is what's going on in the courtroom. I didn't know Monday we was going to be in court and all of this is going on. And Margie, I don't know if you missed what we came on to talk about, but some young lady named Carmen Bailey has been taking money, taking bribes from Marquavius Hugh That's the young, light-skinned lad that sits front and center, not center, but to the right, to the left of the judge, but to the right of Jeffrey in the front row, right on the very end, directly opposite from Miss Love and Miss Simone. And anyway, you guys, if I only really know, and I want you guys to really hear what I'm saying. Tina Powers, Crystal Power, Sandra Watts. I want you guys to hear what I'm saying, because you'll know if I am or if I'm not. Here's the thing. I sent you the need RT, the article. You sent me the article. Let me see what you sent me. Explanation of a mobile. No, that's the last thing. Oh, did you send this? Girl, you sent this at 12:30 this morning. Hold on. I finna say, you sent this 12:30 this morning? Why you didn't call me?
Steven, is that your new book? Look at this.
Oh, Lord. Let me turn this down. So, hold on.
Is now in jail. She's accused of taking $17,000 in bribes to smuggle in contraband. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live at the jail where he learned one of the inmates involved is a defendant in the YSL trial. Michael.
Linda, we've learned that when investigators searched this former detention officer's iPhone, they found financial transactions, some of which were between that defendant, Marquavius Huey's family, and this former jailer. Tonight, though, we have learned through this investigation that they believe 4 other inmates were also accused in this criminal scream.
I was like, wow. I was shocked.
That's the reaction that Fulton County Deputy Tessa Cole says she had as she watched this jail security video in July during a criminal investigation into a former detention officer accused of taking $17,000 in bribes in exchange for helping inmates smuggle in drugs and cell phones sold inside this jail.
There were specific transactions on certain days that aligned with nefarious and criminal activity going on her floor by her.
Cole was talking about her now former colleague, Carmen Bailey, who had been under investigation since 2 inmates came forward and reported her alleged criminal behavior back in May. In the surveillance video recorded back in July, investigators say Bailey is seen escorting 2 inmates into a restricted area of the jail, one of whom has been blurred because of his cooperation. The other inmate has been identified as Marquavius Huey, who's one of the 6 defendants currently standing trial in the YSL Rico gang case. Court records accused Huey's mother and brother of paying Bailey a combined $1,500 to help him sell contraband to other inmates. Bailey's also accused of doing business with at least 4 other inmates, including Osama Manuel and Marcus Foley. Both men are awaiting to stand trial on gang and murder charges.
We've started to really implement a lot of data to track, obviously patterns. And in this tracking, the amount of contraband found on the floor that she was operating and, had a duty post orders, it was an uptick.
$15,000.
Attorneys for Mr. Huey sent me this statement regarding the allegations. It reads, unfortunately, this has all become too common that we hear about allegations of corruption, bribery, and violations of oath of office by the men and women responsible for housing and securing those individuals who are in custody within the Fulton County Jail. Our client, who has been in continuous custody since December 2021, is cloaked with a presumption of innocence as to all these recent allegations, and we will litigate this case in the courtroom. If the statement ends where all issues or proof will be zealously tested. Again, we are going to continue to follow this developing story. For now, we are live outside the Fulton County Jail. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Man, y'all must be either milk.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, yeah, well, you should have woke me up instead of calling me. You didn't even call me at midnight. Well, I wouldn't have got up anyway, but nevertheless. Anyway, you guys, that's what's up. You know, these guys are just not gonna get out of jail no time soon. They're doing too much. You know, they're doing little bitty stuff. I told you guys this stuff is like kitty stuff. You know, like I know you got to survive in there, but she took $15,000. Not even 15,000. It was $1,500 from Marquavius Hughes' mom and Marquavius' brother, and oh God, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable, you guys. I got something I gotta do. I'm gonna get off of here. I just wanted to give you guys the update. Something just occurred, and I'm gonna go see. My stomach is really killing me, and I got to go lay it down. I've got an interview to go to, and I got to go lay it down, you guys. So I'm gonna get off of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will come on tomorrow at 3, and we will talk about what's going on, okay? Be good.